You know what it is, VIP Saturday, Superstar J. You know what it is, VIP Saturdays. We got something legendary. I always tell them that, you know what I mean, living legend. You know what I mean? Last time we spoke, we had to cut the convo because it was getting so deep and everything. Yeah. And I told Joe all the time that he's the irrelevant rapper that's been out so long. And I told him, you know, about LL when LL came up, and L was like, yo, you know, when you look at it, me and Joe from New York is the longest people that been rocking out.
Yeah, lying, boy. LL's the blueprint. You know what I'm saying? He let me know it was possible for longevity in hip hop.
Yes.
The man wouldn't stop making hit records. You know what I'm saying? Now he in Hollywood. He don't really, you know, put out the records like he used to, but, you know, he definitely could.
Yeah. I actually, L had a couple of records. He told me that, like, he says the people don't appreciate the music like they used to. So
they don't, man. But damn, L, like, you know, keep doing what you love to do, you know what I'm saying? But they don't appreciate it like they used to.
Now, how do you still get the energy and the motivation to still make these records?
You know, it's what I love to do. It's all I do, man. You know what I mean? If I was a baker, I would still be baking cakes. If I was a school teacher, I'd still be teaching. You know, music, that's all I got. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's like, that's what I love to do, man. So I like to know what's popping, who's the youngest in charge, who's doing what, and then just you know, tell my story through what's going on.
It's been 23 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
23, 95.
Yeah, now, actually before that it was.
But before that,
it's say 24.
24.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah, 24 years, man.
How it's like. I don't feel
appreciated enough.
Why?
To be honest with you, I don't know. I don't know what we.
That's what I want to talk about. Like you ain't never missed. We sports fans, and it's like every era to clothing to you created like street leagues. Put street leagues on.
Most historic basketball coach ever.
Yes, you know what I mean. Like, why do you feel that people? Like when they say New York, they don't say Fat Joe.
I don't know. Like let's just say this, right? It's just so hard to make a hit. Where I say now, I appreciate one-hit wonders because I be like, yo, so many people want to make music, want to make hits, and somebody who just made one hit got to go to the award shows, had 1 million people buy their record. You know, one-hit wonders is actually should be celebrated because it's like, damn, at least you did it. It's 10 million people trying to rap. So then when you say Fat Joe, this record I just dropped right now, Attention, it has all indications of hit mania. Like everybody's like, yo, Joe, this is a hit, this is out of here. But they be like, yo, you always got one.
But like, you always do got one.
But do you know how hard it is to make that? That's the point. Listen, that's the energy that's missing where people just take it for granted, where they be like, you know, just yesterday it could have been like, oh, Fat Joe, word. And then now today, if I put out a record and it's a hit, they're like, yeah, that boy always got one. You know?
Is it like in basketball terms, like Joe's always going to drop 30?
Yeah.
And you like, nigga, I can drop 30, but I'm dropping 30 with these legends out here.
Possible. It's impossible to keep dropping hit records in the Drake era. For a guy who came out of my era, it's impossible. Like, it's impossible. Even the greats are putting out albums, but you don't hear they shit on the radio like that. The greats of the greats is dropping music.
Do you feel that, like, maybe it's a gift and a curse that you didn't have that, like 10 million, 20 million single, like that one hit single that just was, you could never conquer that record?
Well, I got those hit singles. Like Lean Back is monstrous.
Yes.
What's Love is monstrous. Make It Rain went 4 or 5 platinum.
Talk your shit,
up.
Joe.
Nah, all the way up too. Like so, but the point is, all the way up is triple plat. But the point
independently.
The point is most artists, they have their success when they first come in the game and then they start fading. Their albums get worse. And then they out of here. The thing with Fat Joe is like my career is like a marathon. You know what I mean? It just keeps going and going and going. And that's a beautiful thing, you know what I mean? Because I just been studying and studying and studying and getting better and better and better. and you know that's what it is.
Well, let's get in. Can we get into like? I want to get back to I want to take it back a little bit to Flow Joe and live my lifestyle, shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like live my lifestyle at that time was like
that was a hit.
That was a hit, but it was like, you know how you get those certain songs that teach you how to, like, you know, like I feel like when Quiet Storm came out, like niggas wanted to be tough. Like,
yeah, when I Quiet as kept, is sad to say, but Smooth Operator made me sell drugs.
Wow.
When I seen, you know, Big Daddy Kane with the girls and the Gucci shit on and the big jury, he was shooting pool. I was like, oh, I gotta sell drugs. Like, I gotta get this money. Like, I gotta look like him. Real talk. So my lifestyle felt like you just wanted to punch people in the face at the gas station.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one mentionable
it was the closest. My lifestyle is the closest record.
But that remix
to painting a picture of what it's like to be like a big drug dealer in the hood.
Yeah.
Like that, y'all wanna live my lifestyle. Never seen a brick, never seen a crack house. Stand alone in this cold world. You could ask Dapper Dan, who was the man back in '88. Every other week, trick 30 grand. Like, that was describing that picture. And you know what happened with that? The reason I did that, shout out to Buck Wild DITC for producing that. But I did that because I was shooting that movie Empire, and it was a big drug dealer movie.
Oh, wow.
And so I was in the trailer. That's where I wrote my lifestyle. And being that I was around that whole ambiance, I was like, yo, I'm going to write me the biggest drug dealer anthem ever. And that was my lifestyle.
So can we get into that? We're going to get into My Lifestyle, Flow Joe, and you give me two more.
Let's do it. You want me to give
Let's do the B-sides. You remember the B-sides when the B-sides was like, you had the A record, but then the B-side was just crazy?
Yo, so we'll do My Lifestyle, we'll do Flow Joe, we'll do I Shot Ya, LL Cool J.
I got to ask you that story too.
All right, so we'll do I Shot Ya by LL Cool J, and then let's do Twins Deep Cover, Big Pun, Fat Joe.
Classic right there. Let's get it. It's VIP Saturday. Still got the living legend in here, Fat Joe. Now, we just got off of I Shot Ya. When I first heard I Shot Ya, I thought Foxy was Shaheem, and I thought and I also thought it was like a young kid. Was that the first time you ever heard Foxy on a record?
She was looking like a bad bitch in that video.
Yeah.
She was looking like every drug dealer's girl. Like, you know, she was like, her swag. She out-swagged all of us. And we was lit. That's the first time we ever heard her. Everybody on there was lit. Everybody on there was lit. That was your first time hearing her.
Yeah.
The first time she ever got heard was on I Shot Ya remix with LL Cool J, Keith Murray, who was lit, Fat Joe, who was lit, and fucking Prodigy. Like, you know, and she came, ba-ba, and her hand movement with the white. I'll never forget that shit. When I saw that video, I was like, oh my God, who's this bitch? She was crazy.
But you're opening line.
Who the fuck you think you talking to?
It felt like everybody was just like coming at everybody on that record.
That was my come up. What you don't understand is I was an underground king. I was digging in the crates. I was army fatigued up. When they asked me to get on not only my Idols record, but with all these guys, like, it was like, I'm always ready for war, bro. I'm going to just tell you the truth. I don't give a fuck. I get on a record with Eminem, Big L, rest in peace, whoever the fuck, Jay-Z, I'm going to war. Like, I'm going to spit my shit. Like, so that was me. Like, yo, this is my big moment. So it was like, who the fuck you think you talking to? I pay dues, that spray crews, look up Joey Crack. Motherfuckers be like he's bad news.
But this is what I'm talking about. When we can say New York, why, you know what I mean? And I'm always going to say I'm a DJ, and I have to thank you because I played a lot of records, you know what I mean? Because
I don't think our problem is in New York. Like, I think New York really, I'm like the new Snoop Dogg of New York. You know what I'm saying? Like, L.A. Snoop Dogg, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like the New York Snoop Dogg of New York.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So it's different now. I come through the airport, they don't even really want to search me no more. Like, it's crazy, my nigga. Like, niggas is like, yo,
that's Fat Joe.
I'm finally to the point of where niggas is like, all right, he's a legend. Like, this nigga, like, you know, this Joe, like, what you talking about?
Yeah.
In New York, yes, I feel it. Very much so. Like, when I come out the airport.
Any barrel Joe comes to.
Yeah, any barrel. Any borough. I went to see my aunt. She was in the hospital in East New York. By the time I came outside, it was a Fat Joe parade, nigga. They was playing, all the cars was playing Fat Joe. Niggas in the middle of the street. They had the pump with the water.
Wow.
The Jamaicans was out. Niggas was like, yo, Fat Joe. It was like a Snoop Dogg, Fat Joe.
Would you move back to New York?
Yeah, I would move back to the New York. I'm definitely getting me a crib in the Bronx. They about to fix that whole area and call that shit Sobro or whatever.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, I don't know why Nas doesn't live in Long Island City. Like, Nas had just bought by the top floor some shit.
Have you been to his restaurant, Sweet Chick?
Yeah, I ate there too. Fried chicken, we ain't supposed to do that, but you gotta eat it. You know what I'm saying? When you go there, certain spots you gotta eat it, right? And then, but me, when they build them buildings in the Bronx, I'm definitely copping one of those cribs.
Did you ever think that New York would change like this? I know when you went through Harlem and you just seen how different it was. I know you was like, what the fuck?
You know, I'm always in Harlem. I'm always in New York. I'm here like 2 weeks in Miami, 2 weeks here, you know, so I seen the gentrification. I feel it's just, it's two ways about it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, damn, it's fly that we got some fly shit, but at the same time, I feel like it kills the small businesses. You know what I'm saying? The pharmacy man that we knew all our life.
It's not there anymore.
CVS and Walgreens knocked them out.
Yeah.
You know, the Jamaican dude who was always selling juice and roots.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The ginger and roots. He's out of here because Jamba Juice is now next door.
Yeah, Jamba Juice.
the fucking, the diner that had the best coffee, they gone because Starbucks is there. You know, it's different ways to think about it, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I always feel weird, and I'm not racist, B. And I don't want to come across as a racist, but I always feel weird when I'm waiting at the light at Harlem and a white dude is crossing the street.
It feels weird, especially when I'm in Queens now.
I want them to be peaceful. I want everything to happen for them, like enjoy themselves. At the end of the day, this is America. I just feel weird and don't know why when I see a white guy crossing with a poodle or some shit to 125th.
I just seen.
So what is it? I liked it fucked up.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? But I feel away. Like, I
mean, when you come to New York and you land, and I just said that, even what you said with Long Island City, and when Nas did his listening party by the bridge, I was seeing white people jogging past the bridge, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" You know what I mean? I would never thought I would see that.
The white people always owned the hood anyway.
Yeah,
it was always a Jewish landlord that you was paying your rent to. Be clear, they always owned the hood.
Yeah, but would
now
come
they
by
came
a little
and
bit.
said, "We living here, like we live."
Well, let's talk about the single. The single's crazy. I was telling people that I felt that, you know, to pick it up. You know, I wanted, you know what I mean? I thought we could have stayed on that, you know, especially in the strip clubs.
I just think, you know, it's touchy for certain people because it was a Tupac sample. The song is dope.
Yeah.
You know, and it rings off at all my shows. But I just think it was a Tupac sample, and some people, you know, being that I'm from that era, they wasn't all the way with that. The silent majority was like, "Yo, man, this nigga fucking with Pac shit." Like, and I get it. It's all right. I'm in this game forever. You know what I mean?
Trendsetter. You was talking about making rain when New York didn't even thought about strip clubs. Tell them about that.
The niggas was killing me. New York called me an abander. They was having Wendy Williams, and these niggas was having like
talk your shit, Joe, because people don't understand that. You did make it rain, and this is when
I'll never forget Charlamagne the God and Wendy Williams destroying me on the radio. Yo, this is Digging in the Crates. This is our shot ya. This is what a disgrace to the New York culture. I'm listening to this shit. I'm like, the shit for platinum. Fuck y'all niggas talking about. I'm trying to eat, nigga.
Yeah.
Like, I knew, man. I had went around the whole country. I had went on a tour and I seen they was not playing the normal boom bap New York music that we was used to. So, and even when I went to Scott Storch and told him to make the beat, he was like, "Oh, you can't make this. You Digging in the Crates." I was like, "Yo, my nigga, I'm trying to pay the bills. Let's make it hit."
Yeah.
And then Make It Rain went for platinum.
4. Wow, 4. Did you ever think that New York would trends into strip clubs now? That's the biggest thing now, that you got to go to a strip club to break a record in New York?
I never thought that. ever. It's a lot of shit I never thought that's going on. But as far as the music changing and rappers now rhyming to like normal trap shit and shit like that, that's where the music at. You gotta evolve and you gotta do it. You always gotta be you on what's relevant and what's playing. Like you as a DJ, you can't play whatever's hot, some trap shit, this, that, and then play some old boom, boom, back, get boom, back in the middle of the club. It won't work.
Talk to him, legend.
You know what I'm saying? So the fact that they're adapting to the kind of music and sound that's going on, but they represent in New York, that's the way to go. That's what I've been telling them. And niggas been hanging me forever for this shit. But it is what it is, man. You got to make music that DJs could play. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the record with Chris Brown. Why did you get another record? Because, you know, that was the heat of the last record you did with Chris Brown.
Man, ain't broke, don't fix it. You know, if I could, I'd do a whole album with Chris Brown.
Wow. Know? Let's put that in there.
Yeah, please, let it
double album right there.
Assistance. You know, Chris Brown is the Michael Jackson of our time, and you know, it's unfortunate he found himself in that controversy, because if he wasn't in that controversy, we might not have a Bruno Mars. We might not have a bunch of niggas out here, because Chris Brown is the most talented nigga of this era.
Yes.
Sid. So if he never got into controversy, he'd have been the Michael Jackson of this time. The only person could fuck with Chris Brown is Beyonce. That's it.
Wow.
Nobody else could fuck with Chris Brown. Not even close.
Well, let's get into the record.
Imagine Chris Brown stood on stage right next to, and I'm going to say it, imagine he stood right next to Bruno Mars, but the only problem is Bruno Mars is there singing.
Yeah.
And Chris Brown does a backflip from the fourth floor to a fucking handstand and wiggles around and sings it better than him at the same time. His ass is done.
It's different. It's different.
It's
especially stage performance.
Let's stop lying. Like, let's stop lying to people out there.
Yeah.
Like, let's stop the lies. Like you know, don't do this, nigga. Like,
you can't just dance and then
I watched an award show one time where the nigga dove off of a shit he was hanging and landed on a table, because the celebrities was on a table. He landed on a table with one arm and some shit. I was like, yo, this nigga's a fucking alien. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he different.
Well, I've seen you and Dre just knocking these records out.
That's my brother, man. And you know, I'm proud of them. They just come off that Carter's album, that Jay-Z Beyonce album.
Yeah.
They did like 4 joints on that shit.
I see you, man. You heavy. You doing the talk show. I see what's going on.
Oh yeah, the Coca Vision, the podcast. That's the hip hop. I don't make no money. I don't make no money. That's straight hip hop.
It was different for me to see Fat Joe, you know, asking people questions.
You know what happened, man? I seen one too many documentaries that's lying about the birth of hip hop and shit like that. And when I look at it, I say, yo, niggas is alive. These rappers are alive, and these people are making documentaries lying about the birth of hip hop.
Wow.
And these guys are like broke. There's nothing they could do about it. So I'm sitting here and I'm saying, you want to know what? I got to make a motherfucking podcast and go interview fucking Kool Herc himself. I got to interview Eric B. and Rakim.
Thank you.
I got to interview Common. I got to interview all these guys, because you know why? 20 years from now, when we might not be in that position, you know, a kid, they'll listen to the fuckery. You know what I mean? So now a kid could be like, yo, nah, how it happened. How you know? Well, I heard it from that man's mouth. He was sitting next to Fat Joe, and he told them it happened like this.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So all we doing is recording history. And I don't get paid.
I didn't look that deep into it, but now I understand why you're doing it.
I don't get paid, bro. I'm free. Slavery. I'm free. That's my idea for free.
Wow.
So I can interview these guys so that these guys could tell a story and we can't get that bullshit. And you know, Fat Joe asking them, they going to tell you the truth.
Whoa, word. Well, let's get into this record, man. This hit record right now. You introduce it.
This is the tension right here. Fat Joe the Dawn. What's up, everybody? Chris
24.
Brown.
We gonna call him the 24.
Yeah, Trey from Cool and Jay. Oh shit! Look at Ron. Ron walking through with the muscles, baby. Let's get it,
VIP
baby.
Saturday. Superstar Jay still got the living legend Fat Joe in here.
Yo, you got to get some Spanish. You got to call that shit Sábado Gigante.
Salalo Gigante.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
I got it right.
They had a big TV show forever. It was called Sábado Gigante. That shit was like 10 hours long. You really look for it for the Spanish chicks. It's on there shaking their ass.
Yeah.
So that nigga Don Francisco, because your shit is VIP Saturdays, a.k.a. Sábado Gigante.
Well, Joe, so when is the album coming? Or are we just going to heat up the single right now?
We heating up the single, and once the single is crossed that threshold of top 10 in America, God willing, we drop that album for the people. The album crazy.
I know the album's crazy.
Really crazy.
What number is this album right now for you?
I don't even know, bro.
Let's look it up.
I just make music, man.
We got to look it up. And I wanted to ask you this question.
I don't even think they'll get it right. You know what I'm saying? You got to add Digging in the Crates albums. You got to add Terror Squad albums. You got to add...
That Google's going to do it, though.
Yeah, Google do it?
Yeah, Google's going to find everything, though. If you say Fat Joe, everything, discography is going to go crazy.
Album. It'll go nuts.
Yeah, crazy. So I want to ask you before you go. Now, Joe, I know you had the clothing line. Another thing that I say is a trendsetter is that Joe, I always say the flyest dudes that just never drop the ball, Nas and you in clothing.
And Fabulous.
Fab too.
But Fab be wearing some weird shit sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes Fab,
sometimes he try to go too new. Like
but you stay, Joe, and you know what I mean? Like, there be some custom fits. And I'm like,
nigga, we Javon Chi right now. We ain't playing with these niggas, man. We gonna always be fly till we die.
Now, you had a clothing line before. Now, would you do another clothing line?
Yes, I would.
Highlands, though? Like
fly, though. You know what I mean? The problem with me was I was young and we had the niggas we partnered with, they wasn't ready to spend that type of money on marketing and promoting. So my shit was out before Rockaware.
It was.
Before Diddy shit, Sean John and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But these niggas ain't want to spend that money, and it takes money to make money. I mean, as far as to promote it, to make $100 million, $200 million, you got to spend money. They didn't want to do it.
Would you do a Highlands?
Yeah, I would do it.
Not like, just seeing what Dapper Dan is doing now and he
deserves it.
He's killing the patterns and everything.
Well, they was killing him. You know, people always rip off and rape our culture. You know what I mean? So they started doing a bunch of Gucci shit, but stealing Daps. You know, they put him in jail for selling Gucci shit. Like, they put him in jail. He was in the feds for years. And then, while, you know, recently they started getting more urban, they start going to like the Eric B. and Rakim covers and all that.
Yeah, the patterns.
Gucci themselves started jacking his work. And then I believe Steve Stout approached them and was like, yo, you can't jack the man's work. You put the nigga in jail and everything. I might as well get money together. And now they getting money together. He deserves everything.
What's your best pieces that you like to, like when you go shopping? Where do you go? Where's Fat Joe say, you know what, I like shopping here and I go here?
I go everywhere. I'm going Safer Sneakers, my store up NYC Uptown in 158th and Broadway. And then I'm
tell me you started that sneaker shit too.
Yeah, I started that sneaker shit too.
People don't know about that, man.
Yeah, that sneaker culture. I was one of them. You know what I'm saying? Clark Kent.
Yeah.
Was in the trenches. Fat Joe Clark Kent, I think, started it. And then the mayor came after a bunch of other niggas. But far as clothes, I go to this one store called Patriots of a New, and it's down here, down by it's by Wall Street and all that.
Okay,
them niggas got some shit, my nigga. Like, I go in there, I could get a bunch of fly shit.
Bunch of fly shit.
Yeah, bunch of fly shit. They got that shit.
Okay, well, you know, the last question is: are you and Remy going to do another album?
I hope so, man. You know I love her, man. Tan J, you know I love her, you know what I'm saying? She hit me a lot of loves. Pat Pooh's probably want to fight me on social media if he saw all the love I got from Remy today. She was like, brother, if I never told you. I get weird. When people start giving me too much love, I start, what the
me
fuck
too, yeah. I don't like too much.
I don't want too much. So today she was on too much. If I never told you before, I love you, I worship you, you my brother, you don't understand. I appreciate you too much. I don't know if you know. Like, I'm like, yo, stop.
But you changed lives, man. Both of y'all, you know, with connected in a blessing of God that y'all changed lives together and made a record. You know what I mean? It's impossible that I knew it was gonna happen, but
we was together forever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So since she was a teenager,
mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying. I don't even know how Papoose got her. Like I used to block everybody. You know, that's my sister. I never let niggas talk to her. So it's you know, I'm proud to see the woman she's become. She's a businesswoman, man. She's inspiring a lot of people in the hood, a lot of brown and black girls who've been through tough shit in their life. You know, she's inspiring them to succeed, man, and it's a beautiful thing to see, you know. That's one of the good things that's going on in 2018.
Well, the good thing is that we got Joe still making his music, and you know, I gotta say, I know you have an artist, so I want to plug that in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got a young lady. Her name is Angelica Villa, AV. She from the Bronx, Dominican. She gonna change the game. Her album is classic. Out of here. Latinas never had nobody like this. I also got UFO Feeve. I also got Brasso Valid. You know what I'm saying? We just working, man. Niggas out here working. Yeah.
Terror Squad.
Hot shit. RNG, you know what I mean? I'm getting the young kids. We got a label called RNG, Rap's New Generation, to where, you know, we letting them create their own history, not just Terror Squad. They're a Terror Squad by affiliation, but they doing their own legacy and shit like that, you know?
When is Fat Joe gonna get a reality show with America's Next Top Rapper? I need to see that, man. Joe, you like the A&R.
I need to see it too. Niggas just need to pay, man. That's all, you know. I'm expensive.
Very expensive.
They like to take, you know, niggas who ain't got no money. That's the story of the music game.
Wow.
So what happens is it's like everything else. Like, you know, you see people, you see these air flight attendants, you don't see old people no more. Because the old people used to be there for 30 hours getting $200 an hour. They want to fire them niggas and get the nigga that they could pay 19 years old fucking $10. So I like Fat Joe's a liability. Like Fat Joe's a nigga who knows the whole game and knows the finances of it. So they're like, yo, if we want to do something with this nigga, we really got to pay. Nigga. He really knows. So let's just take a young nigga from the hood that don't know no better. We can give him $2 and you know, peace to the gods. Once he figures out that he's really worth more, we'll cut him off, he'll fall off, and we'll go get some other nigga who don't know no better, and we'll rob him some more.
Wow.
That's fucked up. That's the game. That's been happening since fucking James Brown, nigga.
Damn, that's crazy, man. VIP Saturdays, you know what it is.